welcome to the video. So today I'm filming on the GoPro, which I've never done. And as you can see by the title, we're going to be unboxing this iPhone 14 Plus. So currently, or in the past, I've used several different types of cameras to film video. I used to it started with my iPhone 7 Plus. I've had an S21 Ultra, S22 Ultra. I've had a Note 20 Ultra. I've had a Note 10 Plus. I've had a LG V60. And I've always found that iPhones are the best filmers or best video devices. I have this GoPro, but it gets hot easy on 4K. You can't edit on it, and the battery life is not great. It takes very crisp, very good footage. And then I also have my iPhone 13 Pro Max. So this is my phone, and I love the iPhone. I think it does everything well. But I had a bit of a budget I wanted to stick to, and so I got this phone. And I actually got this off Marketplace, and this is unopened. And I know that's super risky, but one thing I will say is if you're on Marketplace and you're spending over $500, I would 100% spy and snoop and stalk someone's profile. I'm very leery of posts on Facebook Marketplace where the person's selling like a new iPhone or a Rolex, and then the only other things they have for sale are like used diapers and broken down chairs. So you can kind of get a feel when you look at someone's profile. And that's not to say you can't have nice things and live modestly. So I was very careful, and I met this lady at a police station, and she was super nice. So hopefully there's an iPhone in here because I haven't opened this. So we're gonna go ahead and open it. But before I do, some of my reasoning behind this is because I wanted a big screen because I do edit on the phone. Like, I like to do that. That's why I get phones with big screens. And I got this one for like $650. And on the Apple website, I think it's $899 now. So for this particular 256 gigabyte model. And then once you add taxes in there, you easily get north of, $950. So I mean, I saved like $330. I wanted a device that kind of matched this one. And I know this doesn't have a zoom lens, but honestly, like, I'm not like a lot of people. I think the zoom lens on the S21 Ultra, the S22 Ultra, the footage is never great. When I take pictures with a zoom lens, it's always a degraded quality. It lets in less light. The angle's a little bit more narrow. I just don't like it. Even on the iPhone, this has a great 3x zoom lens, but if I have to use it to take a picture of somebody from afar to get some video, I will. But I don't use it that much, and I don't really like them. So that's not a miss for me. And I know this has the same processor as this phone, but this one can shoot 4K and cinematic. And there's other little quirks and features that they've tweaked that are not available on this Pro Max. And if I do find there's a disparity, I can always use this phone to film. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and open this up. This is super dope here. I like that it's not a ton of plastic. I feel guilty about plastic. So when you open it up, here's the phone. So it is an actual iPhone in this case. It looks nice, it looks new. Here's what's inside. Obviously you don't get a charger. You have this cable, and I think there's like a manual and a sticker back here. But anyway, I like these minimalist boxes, and I like the paper boxes. Here's the back of the phone. It does feel lighter. Obviously, this has stainless steel rails, but it still feels substantial. So I'm gonna put a case on it. I'm not gonna run around caseless. But yeah, I like the design of this phone. And here it is. Yeah, here's them side by side. So yeah, I mean, this definitely feels lighter, but it doesn't feel cheap. So we'll go ahead and boot this sucker up and see what we're working with. I love the contrast between the yellow and the black here. It's booting up. So yeah, I'm very happy with this purchase. Like I said, I paid her $650 for it. She said it was unlocked. There's the phone coming on. The 120 hertz thing, really not missing that. Like, I've had iPhones for a while now. First iPhone was the 3G. So it says it's activating. So we're back in a different location. I'm still getting the phone set up. But yeah, I mean, the screen feels great. It's updating, obviously, so it's just like any other new device. It takes a while to get set up. It is noticeably lighter when you're typing on it, I have to say, but I'm not going to be using this as an actual phone. It's going to be used to take video because, again, this GoPro just dies quick, overheats, and it doesn't do well in lower lighting, which, you know, sometimes if you're shooting indoors, you might have yellow light or whatever. So this is a much, much better option. Again, this is a 256 gigabyte version. Like, it looks really good. I didn't buy it because of the color. It just happened to be available, but I like the yellow. It's not gonna be my first choice. Probably the silver, which is more white looking, be my first choice, but yeah. This is the last thing I'll say. I know this is a long video, but I wanted to have a new device. Like, a device's condition is important to me. So whereas I could have gotten an iPhone Pro, you know, 14 Pro or something like that, or even a 13 Pro Max or a 13 Pro for maybe a similar price. I mean, the condition of the phone is important. The fact that it doesn't have scratches on the screen and dents and dings means a lot to me too. Is that you can definitely tell the difference between the 60 hertz and the 120 hertz, or the adaptive refresh rate. It's not a big deal. I mean, I can definitely tell because I'm on this phone a lot, and so when I go right to this one, you can tell. But if I had this for like a week, it wouldn't even be a thing. I mean, video playback is smooth, it's quick, but you can definitely notice it. But it's not worth, to me, getting a Pro model because, again, the zoom and the like cinematic mode, you can still use that on this phone, but the ProRes, excuse me, you don't have that on this phone. But how many people are going to be using that? It uses so much storage. It's a pain in the A to offload onto a computer or onto another device to edit and stuff. So yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this very low-key unboxing and why I bought the iPhone 14 Plus video. There are a couple other things I'd like to touch on. First of all, I apologize, I do not have the footage that I shot with the 14 Plus in that library. It's so much better in low light than the GoPro. It's, you know, hands down an upgrade. And another thing is this footage that you're seeing right now. This is very crispy 4K footage, and this 14 Plus puts that out all day, every day, and it kills it with battery life. So if you're considering, you know, device to take video on, I strongly recommend the iPhone because they take such good video. Even the Samsung phones, the newest ones, the videos are grainy, and you don't need the zoom lens because when you zoom out, the stability's not there. It's more grainy. It doesn't take in as much light, and just the quality is not as good. So you're not going to be stationary or sitting in front of a camera using the zoom lens. That's foolish. You want to use the primary lens because it takes the best video. And the best video is done by the iPhone. And you can also edit your video on the iPhone. iMovie has very limited options, but it is available there, so it makes it easier to travel with, easier to put footage out, different things like that. So I just want to say that. And then I also want to say, use whatever phone that you have. If you don't have an iPhone, it's no big deal. Just use the device that you have. If you have an old point and shoot camera or something like that, use that and then kind of work your way up, because you have to build skills and understanding of editing and filming and different things like that. So Rome wasn't built in one day. And with that being said, thank you for watching. Have a great day.